using Instagram, Facebook, everything, because I gotta start getting my books out there. I gotta start getting my stuff out there. I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm not really just marketing it like I should be. And I mean, that don't make sense. Nah, because I really haven't just been feeling myself. I've been feeling like really bad. And so it's kind of hard, it's kind of hard to be positive and everything when you're feeling bad and want to market stuff and do all kinds of stuff. So you just, what? Oh yeah. Hello, hello. Oh, Lord have mercy. This is different. Oh, this is different. Hi, Vet. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me or not. Yes, this is my very first live. So I know absolutely nothing. I know nothing. Let's see. I think that says my mic is on. Okay, good. I'm just gonna let you know I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna tell you that up front. I do not know what I'm doing, but I'm learning. I'm learning a little bit of everything, a little bit at a time. Um, that's okay. I understand. Um, Hi, Elaine. Thank you. Thanks so much for coming in, guys. I appreciate it. I am not a shy person in in person, face to face, but on this type of stuff, it's taking me a while to do a live because I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I want to do that or not. I'm not too sure if I want to get on live, but I mean, in our reality, those of us who are trying to grow our channel, you have to get on live to get your hours. I tried to avoid it, guys, but in order to get your hours, to get everything you need so that you can meet the requirements for um for uh so that you can start getting become monetized, you have to go on live because you're not going to get your hours any other way unless you've been on YouTube forever. And I just started YouTube August of 2018, so I'm relatively new. And I have been a viewer this whole time, supporting a lot of people. Exactly. That's how I am. I've been a viewer. I've tried to support, quite a few people. I got to the point I got sick and tired of some of the stuff I was watching because that's really not my bag. I'm all about helping people, trying to get people motivated. Exactly, like that's right. We're in the same boat pretty much. Ah. Hi, Samantha. Thank you. I appreciate you for showing up, honey. I finally broke down and decided I was going to do a live. I'm like, I'm trying to get my time in. Yeah, I mean, I like the junk and the drama and the mess sometimes. Don't get me wrong. I'm game for it. But and some I mean, I get to a point I can only take so much, and then I start feeling like, "Ooh, this is too much." It's like I love spicy food, but you put too much spice in my food, I can't eat it. It take all the taste out of it. The food is not good anymore. So I have to like take it in small doses. I have to flavor my food a certain way. I have to deal with people a certain way too. You can do all that junk and drama. I'm not mad at you if that's what, hey, people are on here trying to make money. And I'm not mad at anybody because y'all, this is all in all honesty, from what I see and based on my experience in e-commerce and e-business, these people are trying to make their money. So I can't get mad at them for that. I can't. YouTube is one of the few avenues where we black people can come on here and be our generic silly selves and make money. So I can't be mad at nobody for that. If you the type of person you like to talk a lot of mess and you can come on YouTube and turn that into a business, how can you be mad at that person? That's the reason why I go to a lot of different platforms. I go to people who do creative stuff. Um, I follow a lot of authors because I'm a writer myself. I'm not mad at anybody. I tell people, go and get that coin, honey. Get that coin, act all the fool you want. Exactly alike. Act all the fool you want. If that's what get you your money, act a fool, baby. I can't watch it every day though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I might watch you some days. I might come in and show my participation, show my love, and then duck out because I can't deal with that mess all the time, y'all. Because I start being messy myself. You start feeling some kind of way. You be ready to fight everybody. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. You be around too much mess for any period of time, and the next thing you know, every time somebody come up to you, you be ready to knock people out, and you don't even know why you mad. It's because you taking in all that garbage all the time. That's what happened. I'm all about self empowerment. I'm not rich, but I'm not rich. I'm looking for comfort. I'm looking to be able to pay all my bills and still have some money left over to travel and do fun things. Exactly. That's right, Ms. Yvette. One apple spoiled a bunch. That's right. I mean, it's like I said, I'm trying to figure out a way to tap into this income stream because there's some stuff I want to do. I want to get some of this money too if I can get it. I said I support others, and if somebody support me, I sure appreciate it. Oh boy, 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 boy. I'm gonna tell y'all just don't know. It took everything and then some for me to pull myself on this daggone live stream. Now I don't think I'm no better than anybody else. It's just I don't know. I guess after being sick for a few years, I just kind of like backed off away from folks. When you feel kind of weak, you really don't want to be around people because you don't want nobody to try to take advantage of you or your situation. And I went through a period of time when I was blessed with a good job and was able to help anybody. And then when I started getting sick, boy, people start showing their true selves. And that made me kind of weary. It made me want to back away from folks because folks, ooh Lord, they start changing and acting weird. And so I made up my mind. I said, you know what? I'm fixing to get away from these folks. And if the Lord see fit to allow me to get myself back together, he basically showed me who not to fool with. Cause I didn't have the money to be paying folks bills and helping them out and putting a little few dollars in their pocket and stuff. And you know how that is. I don't care who you are. If you doing good, people will always flock around you. But the moment you start getting sick or doing bad, something change in your life, those same people that you thought was your homies and your buddies and your friends, they act like, oh well, they got an excuse for everything. I had to get away from them folks. I never forget when you right, Miss Lane, yes, including your family, yes. I got my disability. You know they give you that back pay. Honey, when I tell you people start coming out the woodwork when they saw that I had some money, huh? Those same folks that act like they didn't know me, they were just popping up left and right, just happy. I guess in their mind they were saying we done got paid. Shoot. I had to hurry up and I act like I didn't have nothing until I bought my SUV. Then they were looking at me like this wench got some money. Yeah, I had to duck and dodge, bob and weave, cause shoot, your butt been acting crazy with me for 2 years. Exactly. Exactly. They were happier than I was. We done got paid. Yes, honey. The love of money is the root to all evil. It's not the money that's evil because the cows on 1,000 hills belong to God, and all the money in the world, the silver and the gold, belong to Him. It's the way we use it, it's the way people lust after it. If you got a lot and your sister, your brother, your people in your community only have a little, you're supposed to help them. But people are so wicked, they don't want to help nobody. The only thing they want to do is stand on your neck and your back and try to get more money out of you. And unfortunately, we put ourselves in positions where they can do it. That's right. It's not the money, it's the people. Because the reality is there's some good folks out there that'll help you. They'll give you the shirt off their back. But it's more bad folks than it is good folks. And that's just the truth. That always have been the truth and it will always be the truth. It's always gonna be more bad than good. Cause honey, these people nowadays, y'all remember used to people were more close-knit, more family oriented, and they couldn't stand to see you struggling. If you were sick, somebody would come knocking on your door, bringing you something to eat because they knew you were sick. Sister so and so from the church, or somebody down, a block down. Now, shoot, you be sick if you want to. You better not be sick. Folks act like they don't know you. You be laid up in the house thinking to yourself, God, please send anybody, please. Folks act like you got the plague to keep from helping you. It's a doggone shame, but that's the truth. That's the world we live in. And you know what I say? God bless them. Because, honey, I'm gonna be down for a little bit, but as long as I'm living, I'm always looking to rise up again. The Lord have blessed me in 2006. I got so sick, I was almost up out of here. And He blessed me. It seemed like within that year, when I tell you within that year, I was being hard headed. Now I just have to go and say it. I was being hard headed. I been fast tail, hard headed, wanted to do what I wanted to do. And He whooped me. He whooped me good. And when He got through whooping me, I went on and said, Lord, please forgive me. I got my butt up It seemed like I got my strength back. I'm serious. I was on my deathbed, honey, being hard headed. I got up. I started just walking around doing what I needed to do. Even my family members were amazed because I laid in the room in the bed for weeks at a time, wouldn't hardly get up to do anything. Couldn't eat, couldn't drink, nothing. The Lord was whooping me though. But you know what? I'm not mad. I thank God because that's right. That's right. That's right, Miss Elaine. Oh, Yvette, no. God bless your heart, honey. God bless your heart, honey. I just found out that same information from my mother. Girl, when my mama told me that, oh my God. And my mother's a nurse. She's been a nurse almost 30 years. My mother is one of those type people. She eat healthy. She don't eat a bunch of junk. She take care of herself. She stay in the word. I mean, she about one of the sweetest people you will ever meet. My mother messaged me on Facebook, and girl, when I tell you, she told me she had breast cancer. I just didn't know what to do with myself. That's my mama. My mama. Mm, that's my mama. I love that is my mama. I don't care what nobody say. You can only have one mama. And when I tell you she is such an encouraging person. She has good, strong faith. She has good, strong faith too. And she trusts in the Lord. She's she is a very thank you, baby. Thank you so much. She is a very serious God-fearing woman, and she always tell me, she say, baby, you don't need to worry about this. She said, I trust in the Lord. Rinse this off of me. Give me my change too. You think you slick. that's that's my 14-year-old daughter. I sent her to go give me something to drink. I'm not lie. I gave her a 20. She ain't brought me no change.
Yeah.
She ain't brought me no change. I'm like, you better give me my money, girl. Ain't nobody got no money to give away.
That's 17. I'll take two. That's 15.
No. I gave you some money the other day. You said $1. Come on, I'm not playing with you.
Can I have the change?
Yeah, you can have the change. Bye.
No, I want the straighter dollar.
Okay. Bye. Love you. Girl, if you don't get out of here, get out. Michelle.
Michelle, my name is Nicole.
You see how kids are. She don't realize that you trying to get my last. I gotta make this last. Oh God, bless your heart, Elaine. Bless your heart, honey.
I'm about to change for a little in a sec. Just
Okay, baby. Bless your heart. You know, I've taken care of patients who had cancer before. I haven't had it, but I've had to take care of people who've had it. And it is I worked as a CNA for 17 years. To take care of somebody with cancer, it is one of the most humbling experiences you can ever have because you watch people go through something. You know what I'm saying? You watch people go through something. And some people, the Lord blessed them. He truly blessed them. They be cancer free. They don't even have the doctors be so surprised because nothing be there after they go through their treatments and stuff. But some people don't. And then that's the sad part. That's the hurtful part. The one thing I can say that I've learned over the years, and the one thing that my mother told me, it's hurtful to me because that's my mom and I love her dearly. But she told me, she said, you have to trust in God. She said, there is absolutely, yes, honey. And I'm pretty sure, even though it's been 15 years, I'm pretty sure it's still kind of touchy because I just took care of somebody that sticks in my mind, and that person wasn't even my family member. but it just hurt me because I guess because when I worked as a CNA, I actually saw those people just like my family. It didn't matter whether they were black, white, it didn't make me no difference. I treated everybody the same. And to see people suffering, it hurt me. It hurt me to my heart. It hurt me to my heart because you don't want to wish nothing like that on nobody. I understand that. I understand that, Miss Elaine. I do. Honey, I understand it.
Where's my shoes?
It's like I said with my mother, I thank God because my mother is so strong, because if my mother wasn't a strong person, ooh, I don't know what I would do. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't know what I would do because and I've always been the strongest of the kids that she and my stepfather had. I've always been, even though I'm the second child, I've always been like the first, like the oldest. And I've always been the one to kind of prop up everybody else. But there are situations in your life when you can barely prop up yourself. But you know what? I'm going to tell you something. God is good. Miss Yvette, God is good. God is good. He can help us and he can make a way for us. One thing I know. And honey, I'm gonna tell you, I don't know what you're doing in your life, but if I were you, I would be trying to get out and do everything I could think of. I'm serious. I I have problems with my back. I have a bulge in my neck that's like pressing on my spine. So sometimes I feel like numbness in my shoulder, my arms, sometimes down my back. Sometimes my hand is numb. And then with the back pains, the hips, I got so many different problems going on. But I told my children, God bless, God bless, God bless. Yes, I'm glad your mother is fine. That is wonderful. That is wonderful, Miss Yvette. I'm gonna tell you something, honey. I told my children, I said, I don't care if I'm about to fall apart. I said, as soon as y'all house, I'm finna get in the wind. I told them I'm finna get in the wind. I'm not finna sit up in this house and be sick and sad. I'm not finna do it. I don't care if it hurt. I'm finna get in the wind. I told my kids, I said, I'm gonna get me a little young man, somebody that can take care of me. And he's gonna be my assistant. My boys told me, they said, Mama, no, 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 Mama. I said, yes, of course. I said, just because y'all getting grown and going on with y'all life, that don't can't be. I'm still grown. I'm gonna go on with my life too. That's good, honey. You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Working, I don't care what nobody say. That is one of the best deterrents from stress, from worry. I mean, work can be stressful itself, but I remember thinking when I would go to work, I would be so in love with the idea of going to work because I get away from the kids, the husband. I would be getting away from the stress of everything. It's almost like when you step onto that floor at your job, you take on a whole new life. So, whatever was stressing you, whatever was worrying you, you're not thinking about that anymore. Not for a good 8 to 9 hours. And of course, when you walk back through that door, whatever you left at the door, it's gonna be waiting on you when you go back through that door. But one thing I can say, you know, at least for 8 or 9 hours, you can distract yourself and put your mind on something else. I used to work as a quality assurance advocate for an e-commerce business, and basically they did distribute online retail, honey, and we did their call centers. We actually did a little bit of everything because I had to have stupid. I'm not stupid. I had to have some crazy meetings with some crazy people. But even though my job was stressful, it was very stressful. I love my job. I love going to work. I love the people that I work with, even though they would challenge me and give me a hard time. I loved every bit of it because it took my mind all the other stress that was going on in my life. Oh, bless your heart, honey. Bless your heart, Miss Yvette, because I know you deal with it, honey. I know you deal with it. I hope you pray before you go to work every day, girl, because I know you need it. Dealing with all them different trials and tribulations, I know you need to pray. Honey, and that, I thought about going into social services, but I couldn't do it. Oh, wow. Mm-mm. Yeah, you come across so many spirits, you come across different broken people. You have to walk a fine line between being an advocate to help them get back to work, but at the same time you have to be professional, but at the same time you have to be understanding and caring. You have to wear so many different hats. Sometimes you don't know if you coming or going. Believe me, I understand. I completely understand. And some people you run across, no matter what you do for them, they don't want to work. They really just don't. They want somebody to give them something. And I don't know where that culture came from. Because when I was growing up, we were told you can't have nothing unless you work for it. Hello, Edward. Thank you so much for stopping by. I sure appreciate you, honey. This is my very first live, so be ginger with me. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna try to do my best. But yeah, Miss Yvette, I'm gonna tell you something, honey. I know what you're going through, hon, and I be praying for you because I know you need prayer dealing with all them different spirits. I know you do. Thank you, hon. I appreciate you. I'm just a real person. I I probably should have gone live a long time ago. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Elaine. I appreciate you, hon. I appreciate you. You have a good one showing up. I probably should have went live a long time ago. I used to work on the phones, y'all. I used to sit on the phone taking calls. I done worked on the internet. So I could have done this a long time ago, but I wasn't being lazy. I was just focused on something else. And I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to be in front of a camera. I'm not an actress. I've been told I'm a character, but I'm not. But yeah, I finally made up my mind because like I said, if you're gonna come in and be a YouTuber, a vlogger, you absolutely have to get your time in. And the only way you're gonna get your time in is you're gonna have to do some lives. I mean, it's unavoidable. Or you're gonna get your time in. It's gonna take you forever. Um, I'm also a writer. I don't know. I think Miss. Have any of you guys been in Miss Sheila D's, author Sheila D's lives? She's an author. She holds a wonderful live because not only does she hold a live, but she encouraged people to grow their channels, and I love that about her. She's very very sharing, and she's helped me a lot. I have mostly focused on writing. I have been writing since June of 2000 and no, since May of 2018 up until today. I just started writing as a form of therapy, and I highly recommend that to anyone. It's free therapy. Write down everything that just bugs the heck out of you or that just stress you out. And I started writing, and at first, I started writing just to get stuff off my chest because I was going through so much. After finding out I was sick, so many health issues, my husband decided he wanted a divorce. So I was left going through health issues, going through a divorce, had just moved to another city. And it was just so, I had to leave my job. It was just like, well, I mean, if you I'm make my point. I'm gonna come back to you, Miss Yvette, because I got something to say to that, honey. Even though I was going through all of that stuff that I was going through, I've always been a very nice person, but I got to the point where I started becoming a very angry person and I wanted to do something to that man. I was mad at him after all that I put into our relationship and just trying to be a great wife, and this joker decide he want to do the wrong thing. I was mad at him. I was hot. I was ready to go back to Dallas, Texas and do some terrible stuff. But I thank God for Jesus that I stopped and thought about it after talking to my counselor. She said, you need to write down your feelings. She said, honey, you walking around with all of this pressure, it's not good for you. So that's what I did. I started writing down my feelings. And I'm going to tell you, Miss Yvette, I understand how you feel. Get you a little lockbox. Get you a little tablet. Just write down how you feel. You can type it. You can type it and lock it on your computer where can't nobody access it but you. But if you feel like it and you just want to write it down, handwrite it, get you a little lockbox. Put it in that little lockbox and can't nobody access it but you. You had a key on your keychain. Yes, Edward, I had to go through that process. I had to go through that process of forgive. Now, I'm not going to say necessarily forget, because even the Bible doesn't tell us to forget, because it's hard to forget things. It really is. Even now, we got divorced in March of 2018. I don't think about that man, not like that anymore, because I think by the time we got divorced, we'd already been separated for a little while. Think about it, hon. I promise you, writing stuff down, it is very therapeutic. I promise you it is. Um, Even though we had been separated for a while before we got our divorce, um, after the divorce, I really, 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 I was, and I guess I had disassociated myself from my problems. I think that's what happened. I separated myself from my problems. And when I separated myself from my problems and I started writing all the time, before I knew it, a year had passed. It's a year this year since I got divorced. I don't mean I forgave him. God told me. Yes, exactly. I'm telling you, if it had not been for me, honestly, I started writing, and some people start writing and they write down how they feel and what they're going through. I took it and I put a spin on it. I started creating characters and I started writing down what I wanted them characters to do. And then, like, I would share a problem or issue, something I was dealing with, struggling with. And then I would create the world that I wanted that problem to be fixed. There is something so therapeutic about being in control of what's going on in your life. Because I was able to take control of those problems, even though it was just a fictional story, the problem was resolved in the story. Somehow that made me feel better. It made me feel better to be able to write down what was really pissing me off and then be able to find a solution for it through the course of that story. Because the way we think things should be taken care of is not necessarily how it should be taken care of. But if you go through it, you write it down, you complete it, and you end it, it's almost the same thing as when a therapist tell you to write something down and burn it. It's almost the same thing. Every book I write, I address some type of social or some type of issue. And at the end of that book, most of the times I write my books, I don't read them. It seemed like something will take over me, and I just start just type, 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 type. I just be typing. There are times when I go back and I read my books and I be like, oh my God, I can't believe I wrote this. My first 10 books were They were very, very rough. The emotions were raw in them because I was going through a lot, because I had a lot of raw emotions. And I would go back, I would read them stories, and I'd be like, wow, wow, what was I thinking? But it's a great, I mean, I cannot tell people enough. It is a great and creative way. Yes, my first 10 books are published. My first 10 books are published. I actually have 5 books that are sitting on my computer that need to be deeply edited right now. And excuse me, the only reason I won't publish them myself without taking them through some deep editing is because when you read something over and over again and you're the one that wrote it, it takes forever to edit it. So I said I'll take a little break from writing, clear my head from everything that I've been thinking about, because I have story ideas come up in my mind so often it's ridiculous. And I'll focus on editing for a little while so that I can get my first 10 re-edited and cleaned up and polished, and then these 5 that are sitting waiting, cleaned up and polished, because I have 2 trilogies that I need to complete. I have one sequel I have 3 trilogies I need to complete. I'm sorry. And I have one sequel I need to complete. And I have people begging for those books. And I've already told them the June before any of those books will hit the market, simply because I'm trying to give myself time to do the editing on the books that are already out. Yes, it is, and that's what I'm doing. I self-publish. So I take on the expense, I take on the time, the effort, the work it takes to write the books, edit the books, proofread, and then re-edit, proofread, because you're supposed to edit at least 3 times. And because I don't have like a support system of people to do those things for me, I have to writing to do it, because you can't write and edit at the same time. It's really it really doesn't make sense. You will be in a constant circle and you'll never finish anything if you write and edit at the same time. That's something I learned. Um, and so what I'm doing, I'm just taking my time. I proved something to myself when I wrote those 10 books. I proved that I was capable. I kind of knew I was, but I wanted to see for myself. I proved that I was capable of writing books, and I proved that I was capable of writing some pretty awesome stories. Um, all of my books are posted on my channel, by the way. Um, I spent a lot of time, I actually I have like 70 other books that are in process right now. um, I do a lot of work on a website called Wattpad, and I literally have 70 books that are in different. I think it's like 80 in total. Yeah, I have a vivid imagination. I don't watch television because it's depressing and boring. And I actually find that it's more entertaining to me if I spend my time writing, because, like I said, when you write a story, you're the person who creates the world that you're writing about. So if you love fishing and you write a fishing story, you can make your main character the best fisherman in the world, Or if you like skiing, or if you like traveling, whatever it is that you like to do, you can make your main characters reflect those things that you like to do. If you don't like something in a person, like in a relationship, if you don't like the fact that a person is inconsiderate and they always talk over you like what you have to say doesn't matter, in your book, you can make that individual, that character, the bad guy, and that person can disappear sometime throughout the book. And you can create that perfect guy or woman that you want to be represented in your book. So that's the awesome part of writing. It's almost like you're not God. We're not going to say that we're God. I'm not going to go there. I'm so imperfect. I can't even do that. But you are the creator of your book. So you create your world, you create your view, you create your message, you create it all. And that within itself is fulfilling and rewarding. Because when you finish a book, when you write those last lines and you know that's it, you feel good because it's almost like a weight is lifted off of your shoulders. And you do one or two things. Either you exactly you that I'm gonna tell you something. We don't have control over anything, Miss Yvette. Nothing. Even when we try. The way the world is, we're just here living in it, trying to make it. But when you're writing, you have ultimate control over what's going on in your world. And that's the reason why I encourage people to write, because often there's somebody else who thinks the same way you do and they feel the same way. And when you write a story and you publish it and you've got hundreds, thousands of people telling you, oh my God, this book really spoke to me. That's because those people were thinking exactly. Those people were thinking the same thing you were thinking, but they often we don't know how to communicate what we're thinking. We just exist. We get up, we go to work, we deal with life the best we can, and we try to make it the best we can. That's what we do. There's nothing wrong with that because you got to make it through life. But is it really fulfilling? Are you really fulfilling all of the things that you want to do in your life? See, I'm really big on trying to fulfill those things in my life before the Lord sees fit to take me up out of here. Because I know there's no coming back. So I would love to believe the Hindu and Buddhist beliefs of reincarnation, but I just don't think I'm gonna come back like that. So I want to try to get it all in. I'm big on traveling. I love to travel. I've already traveled to 29 of the 50 states. And I've traveled to Germany. I've traveled to Nigeria. My goal is to travel to Ireland and North Korea, not North Korea, good Lord, South Korea. No, I don't want to go to North Korea because they might try to kill me. But there's a few places in Africa I'd like to travel, and there's a lot. There are a lot of places all over the world I want to see, and I've never been much of a person that just fits in other people's mold. I try to do what's comfortable for me, what I like to do when I like to do it. I'm big on road trips. I come pick you and Edward up. We can go somewhere. I'm big on road trips, man. When my kids were small, hey, Miss Tracy. I'm so glad to see you, Miss Lady. I appreciate you dropping by. This is my first live, so be ginger with me. I think I'm doing okay. We've talked about a lot, Miss Tracy. I appreciate you, girl. I really do. I really appreciate you for coming by. I really do. Like I was saying, I finally made up my mind that I'm trying to get my numbers up so that I can get in the queue, to make that money. Well, I'm not I can share some stuff that I've learned. I've learned a lot from a lot of different people. Doing your lives is one of the best ways of getting your numbers up. I know that for a fact. That's the reason why I'm doing a live now. Because I've been doing videos, but from what I understand, no, and you know that's the thing. A lot of people haven't made it there yet. But the reality is that you're gonna have to get with some people who will support you, because if you're part of a big group and all of that group is not, coming to your page and subscribing to you, that's not helping you. You really need to be part of a group of people who will support you. I actually printed out a list. I don't know where I put it. I printed out a list of everybody who has. That's wonderful. And if you've got 4,000 views, you don't want to just have 4,000 views. You want to get 4,000 views, but you want them to come and subscribe as well. That's the thing. And not just come and subscribe. They need to comment, they need to go over, subscribe, they need to view some of your content, really look at it. Sometimes I'll go on to different people's I was actually looking at you today. Some I'll go the list that I was going to pick up, but I set it down somewhere. It's a list of all of my subscribers. What I'm going to do is start going to every single subscriber's page, and I'm just going to play all of their content. Even if I'm doing other stuff, I'll pull it up on my cell phone or pull it up on my laptop and just let it stream. Just let it stream all day. That way they can get those hours. You know what I'm saying? And when I say pull up their content, I'm talking about the stuff that they've uploaded, the stuff that they have done. Yes, and I'm actually new. I pretty much just supported other people. I will watch other people. I would go in and subscribe to them and leave comments because I'm big on leaving comments. If I see something, I don't care what it is, whatever I watch, I always leave a comment. Well, it's the subscribers list. All you have to do is go to your creator studio and then go over to on the left hand side. Let me see. You know what? I'll tell you how to do it because if I take it off of this right now, I might mess up. But all you have to do is go in there and you can actually find your subscribers list. And once you find it, you can like print off your subscribers, go in, right, go to the creator studio. And once you go in there and you click on your subscribers list, you will be able to see who your subscribers are. I will go in there and go through each of them, watch all of their videos, their upload, their live streams that have been saved. I was, comment on all of them and then let them know I've done that for you. Can you help me out and do the same thing? Because the reality is, if you spend your time watching somebody else, hopefully they'll do the same thing for you to help you build up your numbers and your hours. Because you have to have the 4,000 hours and you have to have the 1,000 subscribers at the same time. And then once you get all of those numbers in, of course, the more you go live, the more numbers you're going to have. That's just the truth. And I was wondering why so many people go live all the time. But now I'm starting to see, because I think one person said for 3 hours of live time, it's like 32 hours on your, like, the number of hours you have to have. Yeah, hopefully. um And so my thing is, maybe they equate lifetime differently. Basically, what I'm going to do, all of the information that everybody has shared with me, I'm just going to share it with others. I don't mind sharing anything with anybody else. I believe that if God bless me with something, I don't mind sharing it with the next person, because that's how we're supposed to do it. Believe it or not, YouTube got enough money for everybody that come on YouTube. They do. They got the money. They got that money, honey. um let's see. Exactly. That's right, Miss Yvette. You got to pay it forward. If you don't pay it forward, if you have an ugly spirit and you don't want to share with nobody and you don't want nothing good to happen for anybody, nothing good will happen for you. I promise you. But if you're the type of person you don't mind sharing with people, one of the reasons I tell people to write is because I'm a Capricorn. Once I get mad at somebody, it takes a lot for me to get mad at somebody. Once I get mad at somebody, it's not a good thing. It really isn't. It's one of those, like, you know, how you just see red type things. Like, I might have to take you up out of here. So when I got, all right, Edward, we some cappies up in here. When I get to that point, you have to do so much to get me there. And that means that I've just sat and stewed and just allowed you to do so much. And now I'm done. I can't take anymore. And when I break, it's a bad break. It ain't no good break. By the grace of God, I've thought about my kids. I've always, thought about I don't want to go to jail, those type of things. But when I was sick and my husband decided to leave me, I was like, leave me? Dude, I carried you when you had nothing. Are you serious? Leave me? I lost it. I wanted to make him disappear from the face of this earth. I was mad. I was like, you rotten joker. Are you serious? Woo! but, but, because God is good, I just let him go. If that's what you want, go on out there. Go on out there and see if you find what you're looking for. Because everybody ain't gonna hold you down the way I held you down. Period. And my experience, I don't brag, but my experience is if a person think they can do better, they usually come back and say, no, nothing. All right. Yes, Mr. Vet, all the time. Nothing. You thought you was gonna find something better out there in the streets. Go back to the streets. Cause I have nothing for you. Once you leave this camp, believe me when I tell you, ain't no coming back. I don't do revolving doors. Hi, Miss Allegedly Speaks or Allegedly Speaking TV. Thank you for stopping by. We're just talking in general. This is my first live, so I'm very new. Topics are up for grab. uh I will be speaking about some specific things, as I go along. Thank you, ma'am. I sure appreciate it. I will be speaking about some specific as I go along. But like today, I'm just getting a feel for this because I'm new to it. I was watching somebody who I think she is just awesome. And I can't I can't pull her up right now because I'll mess myself up. But I was watching another YouTuber and she is so awesome. Her presence is just phenomenal and she's so good about trying to support other people. I was watching her and I talking about going on live. Make sure you go on live. Tell me about your lives and stuff like that. And so I got thinking about it. You keep ducking and dodging this live. You need to go on and go on live and start, building up what you're doing on live because you're not going to get everything you need as far as your hours are concerned just by uploading videos. Now, I can create some content. That's one thing about me. I have a lot of topics. Well, Allegedly Speaking TV, I'm going to tell you, I have seen some of everybody on YouTube since I came to YouTube August 2018. I'm so amateur at this. I don't know what I'm doing. However, because I've seen so many different types of people doing their lives and not really caring, they just like, you can join me or you don't have to join me. it just let me see that I really didn't have anything to worry about. Just go on, do the best you can. Often people will help you. I've noticed that there are quite a few people out there who are real good at helping others. So I would suggest, if you're thinking about doing live, just do it. Just go ahead and do it. That way, if you decide that you like what you're doing and you want to, progress and do more, go ahead and get your hours and your time in. That way, if you decide to go on and do a bigger platform, you want to grow your platform, or you want to start making money, at least you'll already have put in your time for the hours. Because if I had started back in August of last year doing live, I would have my hours and then some. You know what I'm saying? I've talked to enough people. I've supported enough people. I've just been on here. Girl, I done been in some beefs that wasn't even my beef. I cussed somebody out that wasn't even my beef, but the little girl, she was acting so stupid with me. She came to my platform and acted a fool. I just deleted her because I'm not finna sit here and get crazy with you. She looked like she about my child, my oldest daughter's age. And then I went to another person's platform. Hey, yes, I'm thinking about doing some ASMR. There are some things I want to do. I've got some poetry I want to read and a few sounds. Not bad sounds. Yeah, I don't think bad of me. I have bad moments, but I ain't gonna come on here acting crazy. I ain't wilding. I'm not gonna come on here doing no. I'm not gonna do nothing that my kids can't be around me while I'm doing it. But I I've supported a lot of people, and I even, like I said, I got in a beef and I wasn't even had nothing to do with the beef. Um Young girl, she I was actually over at another person's channel, and when I went to the other person's channel, they were talking about another YouTuber, and I was just like, at first I was like, well, I don't get into other people's like battles. But she started talking about the woman being disabled. And when she said that made my blood boil. You know, even if you don't like a person, right, exactly. I don't have time for negativity or foolishness. You don't like a person, that's your business. But don't talk about somebody being disabled. There are far too many people on YouTube who are suffering from one disability or another, whether it be physical, mental, spiritual, or it could be any kind of disability. You've got a lot of people on here that are on here because they can't do anything else. It's not because they don't want to, it's because they can't. I know it. I know it. I know it. There's too much beefing out there, and I'm not a beefing person. You know what I'm saying? It really goes against my nature to beef with people because I want to help folks. I don't know, if somebody tell me they need something, even if I don't have it, I'll try to look for, stuff in their area to help them. That's just the type of person I am. I grew up in the church. When I was a little girl, I've never met a pastor like my pastor. And I know a lot of people say that. My pastor was a very good, helpful man. He left here a good, helpful man. He always tried to help people. He always tried to help people grow spiritually, but he always tried to help and connect people's needs. And a lot of time we have people that'll give you the word, but they won't help you with your needs. And he was just a different kind of person. And when he left here, I don't hardly see anybody like that anymore. That's what I grew up under. I grew up under a person who believed in going out and helping the community. He would go pick up, we would go pick up people's children in the community. Yes, ma'am. I love the Lord. Now I act a fool from time to time. Sometimes me and the Lord have to have a little conversation because I act up and he had to, whisper in my ear. but love the Lord and I love people and I love to do whatever I can to help people. I like to see us growing as much as possible. And I know that growth is impossible when you're trying to grow, but you don't have any support. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yes, ma'am. There you go. That's right. Allegedly speaking TV. I understand why some people are not close to the Father. Some people have been so mistreated by so-called Christians. They don't understand what the love of God looks like. When you're told that a person is a Christian and they follow Christ and Christ is the son of Almighty God, but that Christian who is the ambassador or the representative is showing you nothing but hate and hurt, who wants to serve a God like that? So we got a lot of wounded people out here who really don't want nothing to do with the church, God, or anybody that say they are Christian. And it's because Christian was presented in their life. That's the reason why, even before I stopped working, I made it a point of mentoring people. I would have young folks, they would sit there and with they just rolling their eyes and acting crazy. And I would tell them, I said, please tell me what it is that you want to talk about. What's going on in your day? Now I was supposed to be coaching them because they were doing poorly at their job. But often when a person is doing poorly, it's because something is going on in that person's life and they need a love and understanding. And so instead of me taking my job and being that hammer on their head, I try to be a place of rest. Because even on our job, we need a minute sometimes. We need just to breathe. Your lights could be cut off. They could be about to repossess your car. Your parents could be ill. You could have all kinds of stuff going on outside your job, and they want you to come in and just be all, everything is fine. But that's not real. That's not a place of realness. That's not a place of realness. That's right. That's right. A true child of God senses when there are wrongs being done to people, and you feel for them. It's like your heart go out to them. You hurt because they're hurting, and you want to seek a solution because as a manager, as a supervisor, how can I get you to do your job if you've got so much pressure on your head you can't even think? I would pull people off the floor when I saw them doing bad on their job. And I would take them into a little room like we were going to go through some training. And instead of going through some training, I would just take some time to let them breathe. Tell me what's going on in your day. Is there something stressing you out? And they would be shocked. They would be like, at first, they would look at me like I was crazy because most people don't do that. Most people don't care if you about to crash and burn. They just put the hammer on your head. They don't care about you. I would pull them off the floor and I would mentor them for a little bit. I would mentor to that spirit because the spirit needed nourishment. In the midst of all their trials and struggles and worries, their spirit was in need of some nourishment. They needed somebody to prop them up. They needed somebody to lean on. And I would give them somebody to lean on. And I might, like, say, for instance, we had a 30-minute, time period slotted to do training. I take 15 minutes of that time period, do training, which will be the last 15 minutes. And the first 15 minutes I would dedicate it to them just getting whatever it was that they needed to get off their chest. I learned a lot about loving people. Some people, they don't have enough love in their lives. And when we don't have love in our life, we don't, you can go so long without having love in your life. Somebody got to show you some love. If you don't have love in your life, that is a miserable life to lead. Nothing seems right. If you're experiencing pains in your bodies, your pains feel worse. If you're experiencing problems with your family members and your friends, it all seems worse because you don't have anybody to just love on you a little bit. And so what I say is I thank God he taught me that lesson about being the type of person to care enough about other people to love on them. It is sad. It's sad because that's what God created us for, actually. If you go back to the Garden of Eden, he created a woman to be a comfort to man. So wouldn't it stand to reason that he expected us to be a comfort to one another? That's what we're supposed to be. Our daily lives should consist of us helping and comforting one another through whatever it is we living through. But most of the time, especially when you come on here, you go to YouTube. Why do YouTube streets get hot and people just be fighting? It's like, Lord. I in one of my videos that I did, I said it's just like watching wrestling. You know that mess is fake and phony, but they just be slamming each other and bamming each other, and you see the same thing on YouTube for free. You ain't gotta buy no ticket or nothing. Come on in and sit down. Get on this computer, boy. You gonna find some folks going back and forth. That's true. You have to. I'm gonna tell you something, Miss Yvette. You have to have. It has to have been brought up in you. That's the truth. You got to learn it. You got to learn to love the Lord, because once you learn how to love God, that teaches you to love yourself. God will link you up. I don't know if you've ever noticed how God works. It's like he'll link you up with people that will show you different characteristics of who he is. God is so good that he uses people. He'll bring people into your life to love on you. He'll show you different aspects about yourself that are lovable. You know what I'm saying? God is good about that. He's real good about that. He's good at pointing out who and what you are and showing you, because people will come up to you and be like, girl, you are so pretty. And you be looking at them like, look here now, we ain't finna do this. No, I'm serious, you pretty. You done got so used to feeling so down and out about yourself, you don't even want to believe it. And then another person will come up out the blue that don't even know you and say the exact same thing. Let that third person come. You'll know the Lord is sending people to confirm you are pretty. Ain't nothing you can do about it. And I'm just using something on the outside. But he does that for different things in our lives. He'll send people to confirm what and who we are. And I just thank him for that. I thank the Lord for that. Thank you for sending people into my life to confirm what sometimes we know about ourselves, but it feels good when other people confirm it. It really feels good. There is nothing better in this world. There is nothing better in this world than for somebody to come up to you and just hug you and say, you know what, I just love you. They might do it at a time when you feel like all heck is gonna break loose. You just be like, man, ain't nothing going right in my life. All right, Allegedly Speak TV. Thank you, hon, for showing up. I appreciate you. I love you so much. Thank you. And yes, get in contact with me, dear, and I'll look out for you too. We'll do something, all right? But in all honesty, and I'm just gonna be for real. There have been times in my life when things have been so bad, I was just ready to be done. I'm like, look, I can't do this no more. Good night. I'd be like, I can't do this no more. But God would send somebody. He would send somebody up out of the blue. And it seemed like just when I would be on the verge of giving up, he would send somebody to just, if nothing else, to give me a hug and make me feel better about whatever situation I was going through. And that would be just the encouragement I needed so I could get and move on and do what I needed to do. I thank God for that. I thank God for that. I thank God for people being in our lives to help us. I honestly thank God for YouTube. I'm not even gonna lie because I had gotten to the point where, like I said, I don't watch TV. TV is so full of mess. I ain't got time for that. It's all a bunch of reality shows, reruns, even the movies they make it. It's almost like there's no creative energy in Hollywood anymore. They just take an old movie that was made 20 years ago and remake it. Like, really? Y'all got all this technology. Y'all got all these people. And y'all gonna take something that was made in 1989 and remake it. Okay. Cause it ain't nothing on. It's really not anything on TV. A bunch of mess. People fighting. The Bachelor shows. I don't watch these. I don't watch that mess. I don't care about that. I don't care about American Idol because a lot of that stuff is just it's not, I don't know, it's not what it used to be. It's like they've let it run on too long. It's not new, it's not fresh, it's not, I just don't have time for that. That's the reason why I write my books. When I get an idea for something I want to watch on TV, I write that sucker into a book. And when I get ready, I go back and read it. And guess what? It'll be brand new to me. It'll be fresh. It'll be fresh. Oh boy, it'll be fresh. Y'all, I sure do appreciate y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all, I really do. I don't know how many of y'all are trying to grow your channels or anybody that know anyone that's trying to grow their channels. There are some really good people out here who are really trying to help other folks grow their channels. If you are interested, and this ain't no weird stuff. This ain't no weird stuff because I don't do weird stuff, honey. If it require you to cut off a piece of your pinky or your fingernail, or send in some hair, or tell them all your deep dark secrets, I will pass. I don't click up with nobody. I'm independent. I ain't got time for no cult mess. I don't do the cults. And anybody that watch my videos know I talk about you. If you finna do some cult stuff, I'll talk about you. But I don't do them cults. y'all not finna tap into my brain. Okay. You're not finna put no spigot in my brain to be pouring stuff in there trying to tell me what to do. No, ma'am. No, sir. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I don't have nothing against nobody. I've always been a leader and I've always been in charge. So it's hard for me to follow the leadership of somebody else. It's real hard. So, but anything I learn, I'm glad to share it. I don't care what it is. Anything I learn and I know it's effective, I'm glad to share it. I don't keep nothing to myself because that's selfish and I'm not a selfish person. But yeah, I know in the next month or so, I'm thinking in the next month or so, I'm getting ready to do another big writing competition. So if you know anybody that loves to write, tell them to get in contact with me because I'm gonna help some people get their books published. A lot of people want to publish their books. A lot of people are writers, but they don't know how to go through the self-publishing steps. I teach everything. I'll go on YouTube. I type in the search boxes. I read up on it. I try to learn. I even taught myself how to do book covers. All of the book covers on that are listed on my in my videos in my playlist. I have book cover. I have the book covers of the books that I have coming out, and the books, like I'll be reading some books pretty soon. This is another reason why I decided to go ahead and kind of shake the nerves off of doing lives, because pretty soon I will be reading some books. And maybe somebody will say, well, can you read this book? And I'll see if I can get the book. I'm even going to try to reach out to other authors on Facebook who are trying to promote their books and see if they would like to send a book to me so I can read it on YouTube. because hey, if people are seeing your work, you never know. It might, spark something for them. But I plan to start doing that pretty soon. I don't know if I'm gonna be reading live. I may do the reading live, but I think I'm just gonna start out with kind of like a ASMR, just cool, relaxed, laid back reading. Cause I like romance. I like something that's gonna make you smile and make you laugh, make you feel kind of, a little warm and fuzzy. It's gonna be good. I want it to be good. It's not gonna be no mess. The whole reading thing. I'm gonna look into ASMR. I'm gonna look into doing some little vocal, like some little vocal exercises, little humming and stuff like that. Try to get my vocals all on point because the reality is that if you work or if you have a stressful life and you would like to read, but you just don't have time, hey, there is nothing wrong with sitting back, turning on Facebook or not Facebook, turn on YouTube. And usually what I do is I pull up two screens, put on one screen on that screen and have like maybe a waterfall, something that's gonna make you relax. And then put on another screen of some music or something. You know what I'm saying? And so you think about it, if you put on that waterfall or some fish, some tropical fish or something like that, I don't know yet because this is new to me. So I didn't even know that they use a specific type of microphone. So that's something I need to look into. I'm glad you mentioned that. What I'm gonna do, it's gonna be like a very relaxing type environment. Cause whenever I want to relax, I'll put on like either some thunderstorms and rain and a little music. Man, you talking about sleeping good. You will sleep good. Can you imagine somebody reading your favorite book, something that you really like, and you would love for somebody to just read it to you? And then you put on nice little waterfall or some thunderstorm in the background, then that person is reading in a soothing voice, reading something to you. Boy, you're gonna sleep like a baby. And then you can go back and listen to it later when you wake up. Because it'll be recorded. But yeah, I might do something live. If I do something live, I'm pretty sure I'll have a screen on, some kind of a filter, because I think it's kind of hokey to be sitting there reading. I mean, to me, it just seems like it'll be more intimate if you have on like a screen with like a waterfall or something to just hide your mind while you're listening to the reading, and then that person is behind that screen and they're talking to y'all sweet and seductive. That's kind of my goal. I'm looking into it. I'm gonna try to get it up pretty soon because I'm excited about it. I'm really excited about reading to people. I think it would be fun. And so I figure pretty soon I'll start working on that. I don't know if it's exactly. I mean, to me, I know that would be relaxing to me. I know when I would get off work and I come home, and if somebody was online just reading all smooth and seductive, some books that I like to read, it's kind of like the audio book. The only difference is the audio book, they don't read like that. They're kind of like, of course they try to give you a little bit of the feel of what they're reading, but they're not going to read to you all smooth and like candy coated smooth. They're not going to do that. That's what I want to do. I want to do that. Oh, she need to quit. Cause it's I don't know, we all have the stuff that we like to do, and that's what I want to do. That's my gift to the world. I want to do something smooth and seductive. Oh boy. You know what? I'm looking at this live, And I am thankful that y'all showed up. I mean, I really wasn't expecting anybody to show up. I was amazed when people start popping in. I am not even gonna lie because I hadn't scheduled it. I just I was actually playing around with it, trying to familiarize myself with it and try to figure out everything. And then something told me, girl, just go live. Quit beating around the bush. Quit acting like you want to get your numbers, don't you? That's what I heard in the back of my mind. You want to try to get these numbers up, don't you? You try to get that pay, that ain't you? I know I won't be going to work anytime soon, so I got to do something. I mean, shoot, they don't sit here playing games. You blessed to be able to do something, and I appreciate you, honey. I really appreciate you. You know, I at first when I saw other people on here, and I saw some of the bickering and arguing and stuff, and at first I was like, why are these people acting like this? But now I'm starting to see why, because you put a lot of work into these platforms. And so when somebody does something that might affect you making the money you're trying to make, that's the reason why there's so much bickering and arguing and silly and all. But also, I'm a conspiracy theorist to my heart, and I believe that all of it is scripted. I really do. I believe because I'm gonna tell you something. I'm the only reason I'm mentioning this is because this is just something that I noticed when all of that Cardi B Star Marie stuff happened. Just before that, Tasha K said that she met with some of her viewers in Atlanta and they had a good time. And then shortly after that, this Cardi B thing started. I keep thinking in the back of my mind, and I talked about this in one of my videos. I keep thinking in the back of my mind, if I were a big YouTuber and I met with some of my viewers, why would I not try to pitch to them to boost up their viewership by signing on with me? Basically, what they're doing is creating like real lives of YouTube commentators. Basically, it's like the Real Housewives and all of that, those different things. They go on there, they talk about each other, they lie about each other, they start up beef, they get mad at each other. You know them folks ain't mad at each other. You know behind the scenes, them women are probably all a bunch of best friends who love each other to death, but they do that beefing and drama because that sells. People want to see the argument. People want to see Candy fighting with this person or that person. You know what I'm saying? So they want to see Portia fighting with this person or that person. You know, I don't watch it anymore, so I don't even know who's on the show. These are the people that was on there when I was last watching it, which was, that's been about 3-4 years ago. I haven't watched the Housewives in a long time, you know. But drama and sex sells. And you can't do sex on YouTube. So what's the next best thing? Drama. And if I was a big YouTuber, had a big platform, I would get a bunch of smaller YouTubers and I would get them all to sign on my little like payroll. And this month, y'all beef. Next month, YouTube beef. The next month, y'all beef. Y'all friends for right now, but let that friendship only run for about 3 months and then get in a beef. See, if you watch, people will be friends. That's right. If you watch, people will be friends. I mean, they'll be diehard friends. And they'll be going after this person, fighting this person. Oh, that person is this, and they lied. And da, 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 da. But wait 2 months. Wait 3 months. The same two people that was best of friends that I cut you for this person. Now all of a sudden, those people who was best of friends is beefing. That all seems a little bit too scripted for me. I know it's a lot of that going on. It just seems scripted. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't seem genuine. In the video, I was talking about the fact I listened to that the other day. I was talking about the fact that I was like, y'all need to do a better job. Y'all need to make this look better because this is starting to look suspicious to me. See, I'm one of those type of people. When I watch a movie, I usually have that movie figured out before it's like halfway into the movie. And if I figure it out before it's halfway into the movie and I get through the movie and it be just like I thought it was going to end, I'd be so mad because I done wasted my time watching this movie. And that's how I'm starting to feel about these YouTubers. I've started backing away from them because y'all getting predictable. Y'all getting real predictable. You best of friends now. Y'all about to kill somebody over this person. And now all of a sudden, your best friend, you fighting with them? No, it don't work like that. I don't care what nobody say. If you and I became best of friends and we ace boom coon, we are not gonna let nobody just come in between us like that. Not for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Most people, friendship is not fickle to them. Most people, especially people on YouTube, thank you. Most of the people on YouTube, if you think about it, most of the people, especially the ones that I've seen lately, and I don't care what channel I go to, there are a lot of people on YouTube who are on disability, which means they're limited in their mobility, they're limited in who they're interacting with. You know what I'm saying? So I would think personally that if I had limitations on who I interact with, I wouldn't be so quick to befriend a person and then break that friendship up. That doesn't make sense. If I'm limited on who I interact with because I'm disabled or I got whatever issue, a person who showed himself to be a true friend, I'm gonna keep that person close to me. I'm gonna try my best to, for us to be together. If you notice, people in these different cliques, these people that follow these folks that be fighting back and forth, you hardly ever see those people leaving those cliques. The only way they'll leave that clique that they in is if the person at the top mistreat them. That's the only way they'll leave it. But if it's just like two people beefing back and forth, and this person is over here in this clique, they gonna stick with that person until that person, the main person, lie on them, lie to them, or mistreat them. That's when people start defecting and leaving camp. And some people don't even do that. I've noticed some people, they get treated badly in some of these chats and stuff, and they'll just take it because probably don't have nobody. I'm one of those type of people. You only got one time to talk to me crazy. Cause I'm a fully grown woman. I can barely walk at times, but guess what? I'm comfortable in what's going on with me. Either God gonna bless me and He gonna heal me, and I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna be 100% whole, or He's not. But I'm such a strong person. I don't have to follow anybody. I don't have to follow anybody. And I don't expect nobody to denigrate themselves to follow me either. We can be cool with each other. Why should you have to kiss my butt to be cool with me? You should be able to go to whatever platform you want to go to, watch whatever you want to watch. Even if you make a comment now, I know I can understand as long as you don't make a comment about me, which if you make a comment about me, I just know what type of person you are. But I don't feel like it's my job to limit people's movements because like I said, I notice a lot of people on this internet, they don't have anybody. You know what I'm saying? They may have people coming in and out of their house or whatever because you might have kids, or there may be somebody there, but that person may not be giving them the love and the attention they need. And so that's the reason why they spend hour after hour after hour after hour on YouTube trying to find love, trying to find somebody that'll listen to them, trying to find somebody to communicate and connect with. That's how I see it. But I really do believe that a lot of this stuff that's been going on, these dramas, I actually believe that stuff is scripted. And I ain't seen no proof, but that's my belief. That's when I say that's my belief, I'm saying that When I watch people and I see what they're doing, and then in another couple of months they fighting each other, I don't see how you could have possibly been that close that in 60, 90 days, now all of a sudden y'all hardcore enemies and y'all talking about each other. I guess maybe my friendships ain't been like that. I don't do friendships. I don't make friends with people easily. So if I make a friend with somebody, you can't just be, you know, we mad at each other. Even if you, cause I guess because I realize that people have their own words and their own ways of doing things, and everybody's different. So I'm not gonna try to step on nobody else's toes because really and truthfully, it's I guess I don't feel like I'm the boss of anybody. I don't feel like I should be trying to make nobody kiss my butt. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what I'm saying. And so I don't know. I just be watching this stuff and I be looking at it and I be saying, y'all looking mighty suspicious. Y'all looking too suspicious for me. You know what, honey? I'm gonna tell you something. One of the things that I've really come to realize, prayer is the most important thing. I don't know what these other people be doing, but prayer is the most important thing because if you pray and you ask God for help and you ask God for the eyes to see and the ears to hear, He'll show you those people. He'll show them to you. It'll be something about the way they do things that won't be right. See, that's what I catch people on. People move real funny in on YouTube. And when I catch somebody moving funny, I put on my Inspector Gadget glasses and I'm looking at you because I'm waiting to see what it is that you're going to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let you think. And there, I was always told, let a person say everything they have to say. Because the reality of life is when you say everything you have to say, you're going to tell it on yourself every time. It never fails. All you have to do is just let a person say what they got to say. And I believe in giving people a platform to say what you got to say. I mean, of course, we're going to be respectful, but let a person say what they got to say. If you let a person talk, 9 times out of 10, they'll tell it on themselves. Either they'll tell you a lie and you're gonna know it's a lie, or they're gonna tell you the truth. You're gonna be like, okay, this is a decent person. I don't know if I'm an empath. I know I'm not a narcissist because if I was ever a narcissist, I would be a mean, hateful person. And I'm just not that. But I do feel for people. I have a heart to help folks. I've never in my life just tried to do ugly things to people. Um, I try to help people. That's all I can do. And I stay to myself, mind my own business. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. I mean, really and truthfully, when I first came to YouTube, I only came to YouTube because it was entertainment. I used to go to Tasha K's platform because she was hilarious to me. I mean it. I've even said it in my videos. She was hilarious. It wasn't until that whole mess. If that mess had never happened, I probably would have still followed her and probably would never be on live myself today because I would go over there and I would just laugh my tail off because she's hilarious. But when she did that, that sat on my stomach the wrong way. I was like, something ain't right with this. This whole thing is not right. And everything I've watched and I've seen some people that kind of move like she do. And I support your platform. I'm always be a supportive person. But I just have to be careful of folks because I notice, everybody that smile at you don't mean good. Everybody that say friend or Jesus don't necessarily mean good. So Just have to be careful. Pray and ask God to let me see these devils when they come in my way. Cause honey, when I tell you I'm not the one, I never have been. I'm not. I'm hoping and praying that I get a few people that really wanna build a platforms and let's build it together. Did you get to where you trying to go? Yes. Good. I got to where I'm trying to go. You got to where you're trying to go. Yes. That makes me feel better. That makes me feel better when I see people progressing, especially if it's somebody in the situation I'm in that's disabled, that can't work. Honey, if I could work, shoot. I leave my house and I see these young men standing around out here in the middle of the day. I just want to get a belt. If I was as healthy and able bodied as these youngsters, honey, would nobody never have to tell me nothing about no job. Ever since I was a little bitty girl, I have always kept some type of job. Uh-huh. I I wasn't too sure about it myself, but now that I've done this first one, I don't feel too bad. It don't feel too bad. I don't know, I guess because I've always had a lot of self-esteem. But after I got sick, when you get sick and you see your body is not what it used to be, you feel some kind of way. My eyes, I've never had this darkness under my eyes. But that's because I don't really just be out in the sun. I said when it the weather changes, it gets a little bit better. You don't like taking pictures. I don't either, honey. And I know that some of these people like to say, "Oh, you fat. Oh, you this. Oh, you that." Talking about different people on YouTube. If they call me fat, I'm be like, "I am fat, and so what?" Yes, I have a big bottom, and so what? I got a big tummy too. What else we got to talk about? You mad? Cause I ain't. See, I'm not. I even told my kids, if somebody say something about you and it's not true, don't even worry about that because it's not true. But if somebody say something about you and it's true and it hurt your feelings, if it hurt your feelings, you need to do something about it. Period, point blank, exclamation point. If somebody says something about me, about me being overweight and it hurt my feelings, then I need to try to figure out a way to work on my weight. But if somebody say something about me to my weight, they gonna get laughed at. Because, honey, if my knees and my hips would cooperate, would nobody have to say a thing to me about my weight. I tell my daughters all the time, y'all are some blessed women, young women, and my teenage daughter. If I had, I'd be like, if I said, God know what He's doing. He didn't give me y'all's figure because He know I'd probably be hot tailed at this age. We probably wouldn't, but at the same time, he probably said, no, we're not even gonna do this. Ah, he probably said, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm divorced. I'm a whole single woman. My kids are grown. My baby about to be gone up out this house soon. The Lord said, you better get somewhere and sat down. Not sit down, but sat down. Because I have made peace with what's going on in my life. There is nobody that can say nothing to me. Not nobody. They can talk, but I'm not gonna listen. I ain't gonna care. It's not gonna hurt my feelings. Yes, I am a big girl. Yes, and what of it? What else we need to talk about? Oh, you think I'm ugly? Well, that's what you think, honey, because I think I'm cute as I'll get out. And next, I got a bucket load of confidence. I got a ship load of confidence. You want to talk about my hair? My hair is actually pretty long, but I keep it wrapped up. Now it is gray. It's almost completely gray. And you want to talk about that too? I think it's a blessing because they say gray hair means wisdom, so I must be pretty wise. They'll get, I'm telling you, they'll get mad at me for everything they say. I have a comeback. They'll be like, let me get off of this wench page. I can't stand her. And you know what I say? That's what you get for bringing your butt over here in the first place. You can't mess with everybody. Oh, oh, you tired of dyeing your hair? I dyed it red one time and it still got some red in it. And I'm probably gonna I might dye because I'm only 43. I'm not very I'm not very old. But my hair, my father and on my father's side, people prematurely gray. My sister is 44 years old and she got a head full of white hair at 44. And she wears her hair dreaded, so it's just it's yeah. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I mean that. Cause I mean, if you look at my hair, it makes me look a lot older because it's almost white. But I'm gonna dye it probably some color like um probably like a wine color or something like that. Cause I like red. I just do. I think it looks good next to my skin. Can't nobody tell me nothing. I might go black because it's a natural color. I might go black for a little bit during the summer and then go wine for the rest of the summer. But yeah, my hair is literally white. And so I keep it twisted up because it's easier to deal with it if just the two strands twisted together, the like ringlets. I keep it twisted up because it's easier to deal with and it actually help it grow. So I'll take it down, wash it, twist it back up, take it down, wash it, let it stay twisted up for a while. And then once it started like when it start growing and getting loose, I take it down again, wash it, twist it right back up. I'm not one of those people who care about other people, how they think about me, what they have to say about my looks, anything like that, because my whole life I've been a thick girl. My whole life I've always thought I was the cutest little thing God ever created. I've always been confident. Ah, Gray looks good, short hair now, Gray. Long hair, I don't. Oh, you don't like long hair? I actually do. I like it long. I For a long time I just braided it straight back and I wore wigs. And then I got to the point where I couldn't wear wigs at all. And so once I got to that point where I couldn't wear a wig, I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna wear it natural. And I haven't I ain't had a perm in my hair in probably 2 years, 2 or 3 years. I don't perm my hair. I cut it all off at one time, cut it down to the scalp. And that was probably a year or so ago, a little over a year ago. And I cut it because I was having some problems with my scalp. And we got that taken care of. And then I letting it grow. And then it got started, getting that little old fro. And I like my little old fro because it was easy to manage. But then after it started getting to a certain length, it started getting aggravating. So I started twisting it. And before I knew it, my hair is down here now on my shoulders. So I just keep it twisted. I keep it twisted up. I don't fool with it. I think, like I said, for the summertime, I probably dyed black during the early part of the summer, so they can see me looking younger. My family members already know what they gonna say. What? I said, love my long hair. I don't like long gray hair. That's I'm that okay. Um, I'm gonna let it grow. I'm gonna let it, I'm gonna probably wear it in twist, probably, but I'm gonna dye. No, I speak a little Spanish. I speak a little bit of Spanish, but not much. It's been years. I used to speak Spanish all the time when I lived in Dallas, but when I moved back to East Texas, close to my hometown, nobody don't speak Spanish over here. So I had to. It's not that I've let it go. It's just when you don't use something, you kind of lose it until you're around other people that speak a certain language. So yeah, I dabble in a little bit of Yoruba and a little bit of Igbo, just a little bit, honey. Cause which one, Yoruba or Igbo? Oh, Espanol. So where are you from? Are you from the States? Are yeah, are you from the States or are you from another country? Okay, so you was born in the US. What is your nationality? Did you hear me? What's your nationality, honey? I know you from the US, but where'd your Spanish come from? Ah, Boricua. Woo. Boricua. Ooh. Y'all some spicy people. That's okay. Y'all some spicy people. Yes. Our island neighbors. Oh boy, do you have any family members down there? I know they went through that storm. Oh, they went through a bad time, and this old stupid president of ours didn't help them at all. Oh, I am a girl. I sure hate to hear that. I know they are still struggling after that really bad storm, that really bad hurricane they went through. One thing I will say is for sure, these people that are doing these terrible things, they don't think anything is ever going to happen to them. But honey, let me tell you, God see it all. And he is a just judge of everything. Oh, you got to go down there in May. How are your family members? Are they okay? I certainly hope they are okay, honey. Oh, she left. I think she left. Well, I'm hang around for a few minutes and then I am gonna step on out of here. Okay. Oh, I got you. I got you. I got you. Yeah, I see that. Well, I'm glad you enjoying it because, honey, when I tell you, I didn't know, I really didn't know what I was doing, but I was so glad to get on, and I was so glad that a few people came by. Hey, I'm not mad. Some people will be, they look for like 50, 100 people. I'm thankful for one. I say thank you, Father, for one. Thank you for Yvette. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, honey. I know I am gonna get off of here in about 10 minutes though, because at that 2 hour mark, I'm gonna go ahead and look at my analytics, see how, see how I've done and everything, because like I said, this is my first time. But I'm definitely I'm definitely thinking that I'll have a couple of these a day. Uh Lord knows I don't have anything other than to write. So since all I'm doing is writing, like when I take my breaks, I can do a live and just, sit back and just chill and relax with my folks. You got to get ready for work. Well, hunt. Oh, I'm glad you do. I appreciate that. I actually enjoy making those videos. I really try to keep down on the negative stuff. I want to get more into the empowerment stuff. And that's the reason why you don't see me doing so much like, you know, I don't do a whole lot on other creators that much anymore. I don't want to do that negative stuff. I'm trying to transition away from that into the positive stuff because that's where I'm going to stay. My home is going to be in positivity. Looking at things that's going on in the Black community, looking at how we can help one another. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm all about positivity, supporting my people, boosting my people, and calling out folks who ain't doing right. That's what I'm all about, honey. All of that other stuff, I can pass on the other stuff, that old foolishness. I let somebody else handle that. I don't have time for the foolishness. I mean, a lot of people come on here, they get on these lives, and in all honesty, this is one of the best ways to really just talk to your followers and just, just y'all just share with each other. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a negative thing. Some people, that's all they do is get on live and they want to fuss and argue and show out. I'm not one of those people. I want to get on live. I want to laugh about stuff, talk about all kinds of stuff, and then gone about our business feeling a little bit lighter than we were before we came on the live. That's what I want. That's what I want to do. Let's let this be the pleasure zone. Or the relaxation zone. That sound a little bit like it's a little too much. You have to overlook me, honey, because my sense of humor is terrible. I, I know I'm a terrible person. I always have been. That's the reason why I say I know the Lord be saying, "Ooh, this child right here, this child. What am I gonna do with her?" I'm not a bad person. It's just occasionally I do bad things. Oh, always saying something I ain't got no business saying. Oh Lord. Okay. We all got that little dab in us, that little bit of, that little bit of contrariness in us. We can't help ourselves. You want to be good. The spirit is willing, but the flesh will forever be weak. Oh boy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Ooh, I look like I've been drinking. I ain't had nothing to drink. Oh, used to just, I don't know, my eyes look so dark. I'm gonna have to do something about that. Come on now, D. You got to do better. Got to do better, girl. But yeah, I thank God for this opportunity. I'm gonna try to make this a positive platform. We might have days when we just kind of go off in here, talk about old foolish stuff, and then we might have days when we just in here talking about nonsense, just stuff to make you laugh. Me personally, I think that's how it should be. And I visited some people's platforms, and all they did was just laugh and share, and I love that. That's what I want. I want to laugh. I want to share with you guys. I want to be an ear to hear, a voice to hear. I want to give you something to laugh about. Later on, I want you to be like, "Ooh, she was crazy. She was something else." One day one of my kids might come in here and try to talk my ear off, because they can't help but to, whenever you laughing hard and you enjoying yourself, they want to find out what's going on. What y'all talking about? Why you in there laughing so hard? So they might pop up. I've been trying to get my sister to start a channel with me. I have 5 children. I have uh my two oldest are girls. They're 26 and 21. And then my third is a son. He's 20. He's got a son on the way. And then my next child, he's 17. He's about to be 19. And then I mean 18. I'm sorry, I done skipped a whole year. And then my youngest child, my baby, is 14. She's the one that was in here earlier trying to take all my little money. But yeah, I'm trying to get my sister to do a live with me, and it's gonna be a whole channel by itself. And you have 240. Oh yeah, yours. Oh girl, you got yours. One of them almost my age. Yeah, you got some older children. Yes, yes, yes. I know they better spend time with their mama. Yeah, my mom just sent me a message on the 20th at 7 a.m. Yeah, my mama, she just sent me a message on Facebook letting me know when she's gonna have her surgery, her breast cancer surgery. Yeah, you are an old head. That's what my son be saying. He be killing me with that, talking about mama. He be talking about his dad. His dad is 50. He's like, mama, you and dad, y'all them old heads. Y'all them old. He be killing me with that. But yeah, my mother, she just sent me a message letting me know. Matter of fact, I think I have an appointment on that day. I'm gonna have to reschedule that appointment. Yep, I sure do. I'm gonna have to reschedule it because I got to go and support my mom. I'm not gonna let her go to that appointment by herself. You know what I'm saying? I know my dad'll be there, but still. Well, I appreciate your prayers, honey, because this is all so new to us. And I don't think anybody in our family has had to deal with cancer, not anybody close. So it's very new to us. But I'm gonna put everything in God's hands. I'm not gonna start worrying because I know when you start worrying, it's not good for you. And I just not too long ago got out of hospital myself about 2 weeks ago. So I can't really afford to start getting stressed out and making myself sick, because that would be terrible to be in the hospital and she in the hospital. I'm not gonna do that. So yeah, I'm gonna put my trust in God, and because I know He's capable. I know He's capable of getting us through this. And I know my mother, she's very like my mom, she trusts in the Lord. And because I know she trusts in God and I know she believed that God will make a way, I know she's gonna be all right. I feel it in my heart that she's gonna be fine. Plus she said that it was just a tumor and it's not the kind that would grow, like I guess like spread, but they want to take it out and like make sure that there's nothing, no, I guess just make sure they get it all. All right, hun. I appreciate you, Miss Yvette. I appreciate you dearly. I'm gonna end this live for today. Like I said, I appreciate you 100% for hanging out with me. You are so awesome. I'm gonna have to you're gonna have to give me your information. I'm gonna have to send you a book since you hung out with me for this live. I'm gonna have to send you a book. Have to send you one of my books. I'll send I'll let you know where you can look at my list of books and you can tell me which one you're interested in reading. And I'm gonna send you a book for free. Huh? Please don't keep the chat up, please. I'm sorry, I'm not getting what you said. Oh no, no, no. I'm gonna send you my email. That way you can send me your information. I'm just gonna send it to you like that. I ain't one of those foolish people. No, I don't wanna send anything up in this kind of area where like somebody could get your information because I know it is some foolish people on here. But what I'm gonna do, because all of my on Amazon, you know what? I might look and see how I can get you one of those Amazon gift cards, and that way you can just go online and purchase the one that you want. So that way you don't have to worry. Cause I understand it's these people on her is crazy. They real crazy. So I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But oh, cool. That's wonderful. That's good. My I'm gonna give you my pen. I mean my pen name. Pen name Ileana Binoche. If you go to Amazon right now and look, you'll see my books. I actually have nine of my I have nine of my romance books posted and I have one how to write book posted. And I also have several like writing journals. But if you'll go online and take a look at the books, just let me know which one you like and we'll get it all figured out since you're one of my followers. I'll get you the information over so you can order the book that you want. And I mean, I just want to do that because you hung out with me and that is so cool. I'm just so appreciative. And I'm going to warn you in advance my first 10 books were not perfect, but one thing I've come to learn is that when you write your first few books, they're not always going to be perfect, but the stories are real good. And you can read the reviews yourself online and you'll see I'm not just joking around. The stories are real good. They're just, that's the reason why I'm holding the other ones that I have because I want to edit them real good. I don't want to put any online. Yeah, practice makes perfect. I wanted to get it out there and I wanted to do like I'm doing with this live, kind of like shake off the jitters. But now that I've shaken off the jitters, I want to be a little more professional with my writing. But I want to give you a free book. I'm so excited. I think I might do a little like gift pack maybe for my 100 viewer or something like that with a book and maybe a coffee mug because I also have merchandise. I have a lot of stuff going on. Just I don't tell too many people about it on YouTube because it's so messy on here. But in my lives, what I'll do, I'm gonna start like letting everybody know what's going on, what I got going on. And like I said, this is going to be a friendly live where everybody can come have fun. If somebody's got something that they're doing that they're good at, I want them to share. I want everybody to just share and let's just make this the best live. All right, sweetheart, I'm going to get off of here. But like I said, go ahead. Hey, she calls me Pinky Davis. Hey, how are you doing? I was just about to get off, but I can hang on for a few minutes. I'm so glad you stopped by. we were just talking about we were just about to wrap this up. I was just letting Miss Yvette know that since she hung out through the duration of my live, I'm gonna give her one of my free books that I've written. Oh, thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate that. Oh yeah, you're the one who was driving the big red truck. You doing all right tonight? Miss Davis, how you doing tonight, hon? All right, Miss Yvette, good night. I will definitely get that book out to you. I appreciate you. All right, everybody. I see that there's only one person in the room. So I just want to let y'all know I sincerely appreciate you for showing up. I love you to death. Thank you so much for showing up and just giving me a little bit of your time. I thank you so much. Y'all have a good night. Bye.